Good morning, Rob.
Good morning, Rob.
Good morning, guys. So this is Rob Marvin, assistant editor in the business section of PC Magazine, and I'm here with Marcus Lemonez and Tim Davis. Marcus is the star of NBC's reality series The Profit, and he also serves as CEO of several companies. And on The Profit, Marcus spends each episode helping ailing small businesses and even investing his own money to do it. And Tim Davis is the president of the UPS Store and has held several other leadership positions before that. And they're with us today to talk about small businesses. This is National Small Business Week, and we want to get into it right away, guys. So first of all, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. Well, first off, I wanted to start with the recent survey that the UPS Store did on small business marketing, and in the survey it said 31% of respondents stated that marketing and branding their business was one of their biggest challenges. And so, Marcus, I wanted to start with you. Why do you think small businesses find this so challenging, and what are some of the successful marketing tips you can share with our business audience?
Well, I think in order to have an effective external marketing campaign, you have to have a really effective internal marketing campaign. And that means really understanding yourself as well as your employees understanding exactly what your business is, why you do what you do, what your purpose is, how you do it, where you do it. And until you can answer those questions, you're really not prepared to have an external campaign because you couldn't answer it for the customer either. So I want people to focus on their internal message first.
Sure. Anything to add to that, Tim?
Well, I think the biggest challenge for small business owners is, understanding just how hard the work can be when you're getting started. I mean, you're going to go through some rough patches. The other thing that our survey found, for instance, is that small business owners come to learn quickly that it's the connections with other small business owners that really help inspire them. And that's why we're celebrating in the entire month of May small businesses by using the hashtag SmallBizSalute on social media. And we want people to go online, use that hashtag SmallBizSalute to do a shout out to the small businesses in their community.
Right. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, talking about, helping small businesses kind of make connections and through the Small Biz Salute campaign. So I wanted to broaden it a bit and talk about, the UPS Store interacts with small businesses all over the country, and each store is independently owned and operated. And so particularly since this is PC Magazine, from a tech perspective, what are some of the tools and resources the UPS Store uses to help support small business owners?
Well, the UPS Store is a franchise business, so we provide a system and a license to operate under the brand. But each one of our 4,500 locations are independently owned and operated, so they're basically small business owners themselves. And they work with other small business owners to provide the tools and marketing materials to help those small business owners promote their own businesses. So they're able to do everything that a small business owner needs, from email marketing to banners to business cards to menus to brochures. I mean, these are the tools that our small business owners bring to the small business owners in their communities.
Right. Yeah. Those kinds of, the software and cloud-based services that you were talking about make it easier than ever for small businesses to optimize their processes, be it for marketing and inventory or finances, operations, et cetera. So I wanted to pose this question to both of you. Marcus, in the businesses you've invested in through The Profit, and Tim, through all your experiences working with small businesses through the UPS Store, what are some of the ways you've seen this kind of technology kind of reinvent how small businesses are functioning today?
Well, I think a lot of things about small business have stood the test of time, and that's that despite all the technology advances, face-to-face communication is still very important. With all the advances in technology, people still like to do business with other people. So we have to find ways to make technology leverage the face-to-face contact that our small business customers have told us are so critical.
Look, I part of the reason that I approached Tim to get into business with the UPS stores, I've been a customer for about 10 years. And I think about all the different businesses that I've invested in and the types of services that the UPS store has that most people don't know. I even had this one prototype that we were trying to make for one of the businesses, and they had a 3D printer at the location that I used. And it was great to go back and take an actual prototype into one of the businesses and say, don't tell me this can't be done. Here it is. And that same deal, we ended up doing the paperwork at the store, and we had a notary there to sign it. And so it was important for me to get the word out and use my platform to tell the story about the fact that I didn't have to invest over and over and over again in all this extra technology in my own business when I can utilize an infrastructure of somebody else's. And it made, cost me a little bit, but it was a lot cheaper than doing it myself.
Well, and speaking of getting the word out, I mean, really what we're here to talk about is celebrating small businesses through social media. We're
Right.
asking that people go online using hashtag #SmallBizSalute and say something inspiring to those small business owners that work so hard. That's one way to get the word out on a business.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's about that. Interesting. Talking about being surprised by some of the technology you guys have in there. So, entrepreneurially speaking, I mean, you have sort of the core of small business is always it's still what it's always been, but now you're integrating these technologies in a way that makes sense, and then like you said, using social media to sort of empower it all and give businesses the kind of reach that they've never had before.
Yeah, I mean, technology allows small businesses to extend their reach beyond anything that they could do in decades before. So leveraging social media, for example, I know Marcus can talk a lot about that, is a great way for small business owners to create a personal contact with customers far beyond the folks that just walk into their business every day.
Sure. Yeah, Marcus, can you talk about some of the experiences you've had on the show and with small businesses where the specific scenarios where you've seen this kind of social media or other technology of this sort change the how the business is functioning?
You really see a big difference between businesses that understand how to use social media and the various platforms. And you go all the way from Snapchat to Vine to Twitter to Instagram to Facebook, and every business should be using at least 2 or more of those different mediums because it allows you to differentiate yourself from other people. In fact, I was filming an episode last week in California, and during the actual episode taping, I used a Facebook video to show these guys how to generate web traffic in a matter of a second, and to get feedback on a particular topic. So we used the Facebook video to send people to their website while we were actually in the middle of something to watch A, the website traffic move, and then B, we asked for a particular focus group concept, which said, give us feedback on the usability of the site and all the positives and negatives about it. People love to be asked for their feedback. And so if you use social media to ask for feedback, you just have to have the stomach and you have to be prepared for whatever the answer is going to be, because not always, people aren't going to like your answer all the time.
Right. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get, but bringing it back to SMB marketing tips, I mean, that kind of instantaneous exposure is just invaluable for a small business.
It is, and I use social media across my 100 businesses to generate excitement, generate activity, get feedback, get the word out, have a picture of a new product, do a grand opening. There's a lot of different things, and the more exciting and the more innovative you can make your post, regardless of what the medium is, the more people are going to share it, more people are going to talk about it.
Exactly. Well, I think we're running short on time here, so I'm just going to thank you both so much for taking a few minutes today to talk about small business marketing and technology for National Small Business Week. And you guys, everybody watching, can use the hashtags Dream Small Biz for National Small Business Week and hashtag #SmallBizSalute for all of the great advice that you're getting through the UPS Stores Initiative.
I'll tell you one thing before we go. I
Sure.
actually get PC Magazine. It comes to my office, and people kind of laugh when they see it come because I'm not really a technical person, but one of the advantages is sort of understanding all the things that are happening before they actually happen. And so I'm grateful for the content that you put out there. It helps me stay one step ahead of all the smart people.
That's what we try to do, and we're trying to keep businesses one step ahead as well.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you very much.